Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is a Blue Collar Wine Show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. But we're not going to do a wine review today because, well, it came off of Washington Wine Month and things got out of hand for me and I wasn't able to shoot an episode. And I really did want to do one for Easter because, you know, it's a holiday where people are looking for different wines to go with. Usually, traditionally, it's lamb or ham. Traditionally, but a lot of people step away from tradition these days. But I will make a couple of suggestions, and one of the things I always say is to anybody asking about wine is don't be afraid to try new things. And if you have wines that you like, particularly, and you have them with that meal, that's okay. There's no really hard and fast rules as far as wine and food pairing goes. I mean, there's some people, of course, that feel very strongly about that. I like to pair things well with foods, but I experiment as well. I think good things to have with lamb for me are Grenache. I love Grenache and lamb. There's an old adage, if it grows together, it goes together. And of course, they raise a lot of lamb in Spain, and they do some tremendous Grenache there. And I think that just in general, winemakers tend to make wines that go with the foods that are surrounding them. So that's one thing to look at. Ham, I think, is easily to say that pork, Pinot Noir is a great match with ham. Always traditionally been a really good match with ham. I also wouldn't mind doing Syrah, especially if you're doing a ham that has a little smoke on it. Syrah is a great match with that. So those are just some ideas for you. I know that a lot of people will drink Bordeaux with lamb because, you know, if you find a good Bordeaux, that works as well. I think in terms of bubbles, a lot of you will be drinking mimosas on Easter. It seems to be a big mimosa holiday, that and Mother's Day. Mimosas, I think if you're going to do a mimosa, my recommendation to you is look for a cava from Spain. Cava is probably some of the ridiculous values in bubbles, and you can find a lot of them at the store I work at King's Market. We have Dibon Cava. It's $10 a bottle. It's dry. It's delicious. It's a great bottle of bubbles. Rosé bubbles work as well for ham. Just saying. And that's another thing too is rosé. Think rosé when it comes to ham. That's a great match. You can have rosé with lamb as well. I think rosé is really taking off here in Washington State, and I think a lot of you are experimenting with rosés. And I think, in fact, in the comments, just say, I want to know how many of you actually have become a big fan of rosé. I want to thank Bonita and a couple of others for making comments on my episode about Albariño. And you're right, it is Spain, Bonita. And that's other than that, I just want to let you know that I did this episode just because I wanted to say hi to you guys, and I appreciate your support. And I'm sorry I didn't put up an episode today. I really wanted to on Easter. I hope you understand. It's just been maddening. Got the vaccine today with my wife. And the main reason we got it is because we want to travel. And I feel that if we want to travel abroad, you're going to have the vaccine card. I hope all of you are taking care of yourselves. And thank you for your support again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Spread the word about this. I'll have an episode up on Monday with some good things on it. So you keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.